It was 21 degrees this morning when I woke up in Zion. Now I'm here in Death Valley and it's probably in the high 60s, low 70s. So here we are, Death Valley 2015. So I'll take a moment to talk a little bit about my goals this year and my plan for this year. I don't have a plan.
I've visited Death Valley every winter since 2009, and during that time, I've captured a portfolio of images I'm very proud of. But there's another side to this location that's tough to ignore. It doesn't take long for the extreme sense of solitude to weigh heavily on my soul. The key for my success in Death Valley is to formulate a plan and stay productive photographically. Without a clear set of goals this year, I know it'll make for a difficult trip. Another factor this year is my New Year's resolution. My goal is to expose more film, even if I have doubts over the subject or composition, and save the decision-making process for when I get home.
Well, this has been a little bit of a weird day. I came to an area here on the top of the dunes, kind of in the saddle of the main dunes, where I know that there's some cool depth to the scene as far as some immediate foreground, some midground, and some mountains in the background. And I set up a shot, but I wasn't really feeling it. Just because of the way the mountains were in the background, it just kind of didn't have a nice flow to it. And meanwhile, off to the west, there are some clouds building in, and I thought they might drift into the shot, but also they might just be hanging over there because the big mountains over there are creating them. But I set up a shot, wasn't really digging it, moved the camera, wasn't digging it, moved it a third time, and I still don't know I don't know how the shot's going to turn out. I found something that seemed to work okay. I made an exposure when the sun was still out, and then threw on a polarizer and just added just a hair of polarization for a second shot. But yeah, I don't quite know what to think on this one. It could be an okay shot, but also I was just so rushed in setting it up, and in the past sometimes that's been for a good photo because just that snap judgment, it's not overthinking it too much. But also it might just be that I settled for something. So just like anything, it's not until I get that picture, put it on the light table. I shot Velvia 50, but put that film on the light table and really have a chance to analyze it and separate it from reality. I'm going to be packing stuff up pretty soon here and then heading back to camp. So I don't know. As far as the weather goes, there are supposed to be some increasing clouds over the next couple days, which may be good or bad. And then today is Thursday, but I think Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I think there's a chance of maybe a little bit of rain, which I'd actually prefer there not be rain. It's kind of horrible here when it rains, but this was a very weird day. Surreal, weird, and curious how this one turns out.
Well, I'll tell you how it turned out. Not good. Just as I had thought, the composition wasn't as cohesive as I would have liked. It contained many of the proper elements, but it was difficult to balance the distant mountains, the dunes in the midground, and the immediate foreground. I even tried various crops on the computer, including a panoramic crop of the foreground, but it just didn't have the sort of flow I was hoping for. This location certainly has a lot of promise, but I didn't find it with this composition. I suppose that's strike one for the New Year's resolution. If you love this content and want to help support my journey, you can do so by subscribing to my YouTube channel, telling a friend, or sending a contribution of just $24 a year via PayPal. I depend on the generous support of people like you to produce this ad-free content. Thanks in advance for your support.